Hi everyone, welcome back to the Kia Hyundai channel. My name is Gabi.
And I'm Mike.
And today, we're gonna ask the question, what has 4 wheels, two-tone paint, 5 seats, remote start, 7.5 liters per 100 kilometers as its combined fuel efficiency, and is a great value?
At $22,799 Canadian MSRP.
And is available only at Brantford Hyundai.
And has 7.5 liters per
I literally
100
said that.
kilometers. Oh, you did? Whoops.
Said that.
And is repeating what Gabi's saying.
Anyway, it's the 2023 Hyundai Venue Preferred with the two-tone paint exterior package. Today we're going to do a full walkthrough of the interior and the exterior, but if you're new here, we're going to go through our usual. If you want to skip to around the 3 or 4 minute mark, that's when we'll actually get into the walkthrough. But anyway, we do these videos for 3 different reasons, and we do them every single weekday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Mike, why do we do these videos?
Okay, number 1, if you do own a Hyundai or a Kia and you want to learn more about your vehicle, obviously we're the channel to be at,
yes,
right? So you'll
the find
the channel to watch. You'll see multiple videos about the car's design, performance, convenience, any and everything you need to know about the vehicle. You can find it here.
It's like an owner's manual, but maybe a bit better. Maybe. Number 2 is if you are considering a new vehicle, we want you to add Kia or Hyundai or both to your selection list. We think these vehicles offer great value. They're very interesting. They look phenomenal. They perform great. And we have so much to say about them. That's why we do these videos. And then number 3.
Number 3, if you do decide to buy a Kia or a Hyundai, why not buy from us?
If you live in Ontario, Canada.
Yes, yes. Well, today's not my day.
No.
Yeah, we have 3 locations. So we're here at Brantford Kia. Down the street, we've got Brantford Hyundai. And then up north, we got Owen Sound Hyundai. So obviously, we would love to welcome you in. Further help you with your buying process after you've watched some great videos and made your decision.
Of course. So as always, we'll show you guys how to join a live video if you want to catch one in the future. Like I mentioned earlier, these videos happen every single weekday, so Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find us on our channel, which is called the Kia Hyundai channel, because we film Kia and Hyundai. From here, you definitely want to hit subscribe, so that way you're notified or not you're notified. You're in the loop for everything. We're so close to 100,000. Seriously, you'd make us so happy. It really helps us support our channel because our marketing budget is 0. All right, so under the live tab or the home tab on our main page, you'll see we have a video that's listed as upcoming. So every weekday, you'll find a new video with the upcoming title. We've only filmed white cars the past couple of days, which is crazy. We need new inventory. So once you click that video, it'll load you in, and then it's just like a regular YouTube video from here. If you're watching it live, then you can't skip forward, of course. But you can use this live chat box right over here and ask us questions. And let us know what you think about the vehicle, what you think about us. You can say hello and say goodbye, too.
I got a fun fact, though. This might be 2-3 years dated, but 35% of every car on the planet purchased is white.
Yeah, so I see it on the road all the time. Most vehicles typically have white.
Yes.
I think it looks phenomenal. But if you're tired and bored of a regular white vehicle, why not get the Venue in the two-tone? Thank you for setting that up for me. That was perfect. So on the two-tone paint option, let's come around.
Yes.
You get black mirrors, black pillars, a black roof, and a black accent here at the back. I think it really breaks up the look of the vehicle, makes it look a bit different. Now with white, it still looks very, normal, modern, I guess. A vehicle you'd see a lot on the road. However, the Venue comes in a bunch of funky, bold colors, so if that's more your style, you can get that and still have the break with the black on the two-tone portion of the exterior paint. All right, now let's get into our actual walkthrough. So I always like to start off with the engine and the performance specs, but first I'll let you guys get a good look before I pop open the hood. Beautiful, clean look in the front. You'll notice a black grille, beautiful chromish Hyundai logo. Let's turn that on, get the lights on, pop the hood. There we go. So regular halogens on the preferred trim. If you are looking for more LEDs, you can go up to the ultimate trim on the Venue and get some LED daytime running lights. However, I like to say every time we film a preferred, this is definitely the best value trim, in my opinion. However, the Venue in any single trim offers great value. So for the engine, it's a 1.6 liter gasoline 4-cylinder engine with a horsepower output of 121 and the torque of 113 pound-feet. It's definitely not a sports car. However, it is very fuel efficient and very highway city ready. So it performs great in the city. The fuel efficiency numbers speak for that. And then on the highway, it still has plenty of passing power, and you still have drive modes to switch it into whatever performance spec you like a bit better. So if you want sport mode for a bit more pickup, you can do that in this car.
What a great car if you're a student going back to school soon.
So if you're unfamiliar with Hyundai, this is considered its entry-level model, so this is going to have the best price point. However, compared to other brands, their entry-level cars are usually very, very small hatchbacks or small sedans. This vehicle offers a lot more space, very similar to a small crossover or a small SUV. So you get good headroom for passengers, as well as a really good height in your cargo area for whatever stuff you're putting back there. We'll take another just solid look at the front grille. So you can see, very clean look. There are some nice design elements right over here, almost like a cross-stitch pattern if you look closely. So by no means is this a boring car. All right, coming up to the wheels, these are 15-inch alloy wheels. Pretty straight up. I think they look good on this vehicle. Definitely will pop more with a nice funky exterior color. I did mention that the mirrors are black. You do have a turn signal repeater on the side. And then if you look on the mirror portion of the mirror, you'll see we have blind spot detection on this vehicle. So as you're driving on the city or on the highway, if there's a vehicle in your left or right blind spot, that little indicator will light up, and then if I go to signal a turn or a lane change, it'll beep at me inside to let me know that there is a vehicle in my blind spot. It's a great safety feature. Now, speaking of features, one of the reasons why I think the preferred is definitely the trim to go, or to go for if you are looking at the Venue, is the beep.
Tornado warning.
Are you done? Okay, there we go. All right, so this feature, or this trim features keyless entry. Keyless entry and push to start, meaning that you don't have to use your key if you don't want to. I can have this in my pocket, I can have it in my bag, I can have it wherever I want. I don't have to press anything to get into my car except for this little button on the door handle. Now this is either going to unlock or lock my car, depending on if it was locked or unlocked before. I can get in, and then it is a push to start, so again, I don't have to touch my key at all if I don't want to. However, you may want to touch your key to activate your remote start. So you do have remote start built onto the key fob right over there. To activate it, all you have to do is lock your car and then press and hold the remote start button for about 3 to 4 seconds. Your engine will turn over, and you can always turn it off again by pressing it again.
On a preferred model.
On a preferred.
Remote start, that's awesome.
On a vehicle that has a price of $22,799 Canadian, an entry-level vehicle. That is by no means an entry-level feature, in my opinion.
Yes, 100%.
All right, also before we head to the backpack, I'll just point out the roof rails. So you do have raised roof rails on this trim level. Looks really nice with your all-black roof. And then coming along to the back, one thing I love, Venue is very beautifully written on the back, and you can see it does have the exterior paint color in this.
I like that. I like how it's kind of outlined.
It looks good. It definitely makes it pop. Now to open your trunk, it is a manual lift gate. However, it is hydraulic, so it opens up nice and smooth. This cargo cover is removable. All you have to do is unclip it from these little latches here, and then you have room underneath the floorboard to tuck it if you'd like. Another great thing you have about this vehicle that is not often featured in vehicles of this size class is a spare tire.
Yes, there it is.
Isn't that great? So if you are doing a lot of driving in this vehicle, think long commutes, highway driving. If you're living in Toronto, those roads are questionable. It's very nice to have a spare tire. Great peace of mind. Another cool thing about this floorboard is it is removable. You can unslide it from its first position and then reposition it one lower to have your floor sit a little lower, and that gives you what? That much extra space. That's a new unit of measurement.
Yeah, that's in specific metric unit.
It's real, look it up. But seriously, there's a lot of space back here. So much space, so much height, good amount of width too. If you are doing a small move or anything, or you need to fit an extra passenger, I'm joking.
No.
And
there's a little light, let me get this right there.
Lots of space. All right, let's close this up.
There we go.
And we'll come around. So I'm gonna have Mike, because the car's on, it's gonna beep every time I close the door, which is very nice. I'll have Mike join me on the driver's side to show you our seats before he hops in and joins me in the passenger. Another thing I like about the exterior look of this vehicle is the side molding. So you can see down here, some more dark accents with a nice little break of the exterior paint color, so the white. Just ties it real nice. All right, I'm gonna open the door for you, Mike.
Thank you.
On the interior, we do have cloth seats, but they aren't your basic boring cloth seats. You can see we have a nice striped design with some white cross stitching as well.
Also follows through in the back. Of course, you know we like to highlight how they don't compromise on the back seats like some other companies.
Yeah, it's very consistent. Now for your two main seats, the driver and passenger, they are heated, and you get 3 different levels of heat for the both front seats. You also have a heated steering wheel featured on this trim level. So I like to think the preferred trim is definitely Canadian and winter ready. Heated seats, heated steering wheel, remote start your car before you get in, and it's perfect. It's all ready for you. I love that.
Or $22,799.
Yes.
No, I think it's, again, we always say this, but they really do put in things that like are very convenient, right?
Oh,
in the entry levels, and that's something to say because a lot of other brands don't do that.
Yeah. I'll say a little bit about comfort. So I haven't spent too much time in the Venue just because a lot of the ones we get are usually sold, and I'm not going to drive a sold car. However, recently I did get a chance to drive one. Very, very smooth drive. One thing I love about it is the seating position. So I drive a small sedan. It's very low to the ground, which, I mean, it's comfortable for me, but I know a lot of people do have visibility issues with sedans. I think this vehicle, it's not a full SUV, so you're not too high off, but you get a very good view of everything around you. It's not uncomfortable to get in and out of, so it's still kind of a middle, not too low, not too high. Perfect ease of entrance and exit.
You know what? We never show the headroom in the driver's seat, so like check that out, guys. The headroom there.
I mean, headroom is never really an issue for me, but if you're around the 5'3", 5'4" range,
still, it's a
you know,
lot of headroom.
You can adjust the height of the seat by cranking this up or pushing it down to drop it lower. You can also adjust the angle of the back of the seat, and of course how close or how far it is from the steering wheel. The steering wheel itself is also adjustable. This lever here, bring it up, bring it down. That's it. And then on the left side, we have a brightness adjustment selector. So if you think that your gauge cluster is a bit too bright or a bit too dim for you, you can quickly adjust that. And then you have your traction control to turn off or on. This vehicle also features automatic headlights and automatic high beam assist, meaning that if I turn my high beams on and the vehicle senses another vehicle approaching, it'll shut my high beams off until they pass and then turn them right back on for you. It's great, you don't have to think about it. Another great safety feature that is featured in this vehicle, other than the blind spot detection, is forward collision avoidance. So if the vehicle detects that the car ahead of you has suddenly slammed on the brakes or stopped and you don't react, this vehicle will warn you, and then if you fail to react, it will brake for you, potentially avoiding a collision. This also works for pedestrians as well, so it has pedestrian detection. I did mention that the steering wheel is heated, but I'll also talk about what's on the steering wheel. So on the left side, we have our Bluetooth and media controls with voice commands. And then on the right, we have some driver assistance and menu features. So here's how you're going to turn on your cruise control, set your speed, pause it or restart it. And then with this button here, you can change the view of the menu on your gauge cluster. So when I press this, it's going to show me. It might be better if I hold it. Okay, let's reposition. So as I use this button here, it's going to cycle between different menus here. I can play around with my driver assistance, change the warning volumes, turn things on, turn them off. So let's say forward collision avoidance. If I don't want it on, press that, it's now off. Same with my lane safety, so my lane keep assist and my blind spot. Someone asked what the horn sounds like. Are you ready?
Go ahead.
I'm giving everybody a warning. If you're wearing headphones, turn the volume lower.
Oh, wow.
That's a nice horn.
Louder than me, surprisingly.
Yeah. All right, Mike, I'll have you join me in the passenger side now. We'll talk about
it. If you guys noticed, that's a fully digital cluster right there.
Well, not fully digital, but...
Well, that's digital, that's digital.
It's digitized on the side, yeah. So your speedometer and your tachometer are all digital on this vehicle. You can only change the view of the center though. So the menu that I just showed you, you can play around with what you want displayed as you're driving.
Oh, you mean full digital, meaning you could change it to a bunch of things. Yeah. I just meant that it's not analog.
Yeah. All right, now moving on to the center of the vehicle, we have a beautiful 8-inch touchscreen display. And there's something very special about this display that not even some of our top-of-the-line, most expensive models have, and that's wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So if you have an Android phone or an Apple phone, doesn't matter, you can connect to the screen without a cord, which is fabulous if you're like me and you always forget things. So all you have to do is have your Bluetooth connected and then pair either your Apple iPhone or your Android phone to the screen. It'll give you your Google Maps, your Spotify, your Apple Music, whatever apps you use that are compatible with the vehicle, and seamlessly project it onto the screen. I absolutely love it. This is also great because this vehicle does not have an in-house navigation system, so you can just use your Google Maps or your Apple Maps. All your saved addresses will all be there. You don't have to input anything if you don't want to. All right. Regardless of that, though, if you're just using the regular Hyundai screen, you still have an AM and FM radio, access to Bluetooth, of course. You'll still get your phone calls and your text messages through the screen, and it works perfectly. Just below that, we have some physical buttons. So if you don't want to cycle through the screen as you're driving, you can quickly press radio, and it'll take you to your radio. Same thing with media, your seek and track, and even a favorite button. So when you press this favorite button, it'll take you to a menu on the screen that allows you to select what it does. So let's say I make this my display on or off button. Every time I press this, my screen will turn off or it'll turn back on. You can set this to do whatever you like, or you can set it to do nothing and decide later on. But super convenient feature. Just below that, we have our temperature control. So of course your actual temp here, your AC button, your fan speed and your circulated air, rear windshield defrost, and your fan direction control. Below that, we have a USB, a handy dandy 12 volt in the center, and even a USB-C on the right. So if you know me, you know I love a good USB-C. Most modern phones now all come with USB-Cs, so it's really nice that your car is up to date with modern technology. This is a 2023, of course. Now in the very center, we have our gear shift, so just a regular, traditional, automatic style transmission. Now this is technically an IVT, so a bit more fuel efficient, but it operates like a regular automatic. And just below that, this is where things get fun. We have our heated seat buttons and our heated steering wheel button, but in the center we have a drive and a traction button. So to select between drive and traction, you just give it a click and then it'll illuminate.
I knew that was going to happen.
Oh no, it wouldn't be a Kia Hyundai channel video without something like that happening.
Without a gimbal screw up, yeah.
Yeah, at least you guys know the video is truly live. This is happening right now. Okay, now, may I revert your attention back down here? We have drive and traction, and it illuminates to show you which one you're in. Now, when I twist this either left or right, it's going to let me cycle between the 3 different drive or traction menus, or options, sorry. So you can see for drive, we have Eco, Normal, and Sport. Now, not only does it change the colors of your gauge cluster, it also changes the way your vehicle performs. So Eco may feel a little bit more sluggish, especially compared to something like Sport mode, but it's going to be a little bit more fuel efficient. Normal mode's just a nice in-between, so it's pretty smooth sailing, and Sport mode will give this vehicle a little extra oomph, if you will. It's by no means going to be a pig on gas. It'll still be very good on fuel, but it will give you a little extra sensitivity to the throttle, which allows for faster pickup. Now when I press this down and go into traction, although this is a front-wheel drive vehicle, we do have snow, mud, and sand modes, which are going to help with your traction in said conditions. It's very handy. All right, speaking of hand, we have a handbrake. So for your parking brake, it is a manual one, meaning you just pull it up and it's engaged. Drop it down, it's disengaged. Great thing I love about a handbrake is you can slide your car around in the winter.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
I'm not. No, I'm joking.
Me neither. So honestly, a really good thing with a handbrake is you can control the amount of brake force. So let's say if your brakes ever fail in the future, you could use this. On an electronic parking brake, it's either on or it's off. There's no in-between, if you know what I mean. Now, in the center, we have our center console. Nothing too fancy here. It is a pretty good size. One thing, though, it does slide, so you can move it forwards or you can move it back. So if you do like to have your arm rested here, you can adjust it.
Good to know.
Yeah. Now I'll have Mike show you guys.
This is a feature part right here. So we obviously have this nice shelf, as usual, with a lip here so nothing falls out when you put it there. And for the main event, we've got the glove box. Like I always say, great receipt holder, or obviously what it's made for, gloves. But with a heated steering wheel, you might not need too many pairs of gloves in here.
It's probably great to have gloves in there because you get into your car, realize you don't need them, toss them in there.
Yeah, exactly. They'll last forever.
Exactly. All right, now we'll hop in the back and show you what space is like for your rear passengers.
There's a cup holder in the door too, but again, it's angled to prevent you guys from putting a hot coffee in there and making a mess.
Oh, hey, didn't see there. All right, I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, sitting in the back, I didn't have my seat all the way back, but it was much further than how I would drive. So legroom-wise, I have a really good amount of space. Underneath the seat, there is a lot of height as well too, just based off how high I had the seat. Headroom-wise, so much headroom in these back seats, seriously, lots of space. And the seats themselves, although this is a compact vehicle, it doesn't feel like I'm squished to whoever could be sitting next to me. I still have a really good amount of seat around me. Now to sit in the center, it's also still fairly comfortable. The seat's definitely not the best seat in the house. Headroom-wise, I'm still looking great. I don't feel like I'm too high up, and there's still a good amount of seat around me. And now for the tricky one. Mike had his seat, was it all the way back?
Pretty much.
Pretty much?
Close to.
So if I'm sitting behind someone who's a little bit taller in the front, I'm still comfortable. I'm still very comfortable. I still wouldn't put your tallest passenger back here, but I mean, I'd be okay with it for a while. I will point out that that's about it for the back seats. You do have car seat anchors, but there is no cup holder armrest here, and there is no air vents. However, because this vehicle isn't that big, you'll still get a good amount of airflow from the front vents, which is very nice. These seats do fold down in a 60-40 split, so if you don't have any rear passengers, you can have them almost completely flat, giving you much more trunk space. Now I think we'll answer some questions.
Yeah, no sunglass holder, obviously, guys. But, because I saw that question, Gabby, but, hey, that's what this little shelf is for, right? Some sunglasses in there. I'll take it.
All right. Let's see.
There. Nope, there.
Okay. I'm going to go all the way to the top. Christian said, any plans on moving your branch to Montreal soon? Probably not. However,
No.
I won't be in Montreal, but I'll be somewhat closer, September 8th to the 10th. I'll be filming at the Drive Festival there in Bowmanville, so kind of. Not, I guess not really
No.
close. But I'll be staying in Kingston, which isn't that far from Montreal. Let's see. We'll scroll down a little bit. Ryan said hello. Hey, Ryan. A couple of highs. I saw Eric said hi. Andrew said hi.
Nice.
Hey, Gabby. Sorry about my comment yesterday. I misunderstood another comment that said you were smoking hot. My bad. Were you the commenter that said Gabby has to stop smoking? I swear I'm just sick. I'm just sick. Christian said, is this the cheapest Hyundai? So it's not, I don't like using the word the cheapest.
No, it's the
Entry-level vehicle.
yes. So it's the lowest priced model.
The best value model.
Yes, best value model.
Japan Quake said, hey y'all, I'm having a really rough day. One of my best friends passed away a few days ago. I'm very sorry to hear that,
sorry.
Jake.
I know how that. I know how that feels like. Trust me, firsthand
I'm
experience.
so sorry to hear that.
Oh, that brings memories back. Sorry, but very
Sad
sorry to hear
memories.
that.
Brad said right after that, my Forte never came with a spare tire. So yes, here in North America, Fortes do not come with spare tires. They haven't for quite a few years now. Like I mentioned, it's very rare for a vehicle of this size class to come with a spare. A lot of them have mobility kits, and the Forte and Elantra are like that. They have mobility kits.
Gabby from the Block. Is that a reference to Jenny from the Block by J-Lo?
Maybe. Let's see. Is it compatible with the trailer hitch? So this vehicle is not rated to tow. Could you put an accessory hitch on it? Yeah, but it's not rated to tow. Let's see. I'm picking up my LX all-wheel drive Salto soon. I'm planning for winter. Can you recommend a good winter tire for highway driving? So I don't have the specific tire make, I guess, off the top of my head. However, our dealership almost exclusively deals with Continental or Gislevid tires, so I would recommend those for sure. Let's see. Brad said, I would love to visit Portugal.
Me too.
Me too.
But my wife has been there like a million times, so it's not on our to-do list.
I haven't been there in
unfortunately.
years. I want to go back.
Look at that. Should have waited for people to give a like before the horn test. Darn, you're right.
Next video. Annie said, I love the look of the gear selector. It is a pretty sleek gear selector. Say, old school handbrake. Old school sometimes is a little better.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Especially if I saw like a movie about a driver, you know, and
Can Mike fit in the trunk? It's been a while. We were literally just talking before we started this video of how we haven't done a
Alright.
trunk test.
What am I doing? The
So,
trunk fit
Mike,
reunion?
get in the trunk. We're gonna
Why
keep
can't you
there.
guys say, can Gabby fit in the trunk?
Gabby,
Okay, let me get in here.
does not want
It's a good thing you lowered this trunk because there's no way higher up. Okay,
I'm gonna lock it and leave.
close it. Let's see. Is it? Am I insured in the company?
Guys, leave
Am
a
I good?
like, please.
Yeah, I have benefits. We're good.
Is the trunk test legal? I don't know. We'll find out.
It is with my consent. Hey, man, it got really dark in there. You know,
Yeah,
I almost fell asleep.
nap time.
Actually, guys, I had a lot of room in there. Okay, so It wasn't really a tight fit. I could probably sleep for 20 minutes before my legs get cramped.
So doing that reminded me, this past weekend I went on a trip to Tobermory and I was
Someone
car
put you in the
camping,
trunk.
like I slept in the car. It was a Sorrento, mind you, so there's a little bit more space, but yeah.
I'm 5'9" and 3/4. If how tall is Mike? That's like exactly what I am.
TRD Rav4 said Canadians love Continental tires. It's true.
Mike is the new Teddy. Except I can hold a camera.
And he said, do any of the trims come with a manual transmission? And here in Canada, they do not.
No.
None of our vehicles actually come with a manual anymore.
No, yeah.
For Kia, you used to be
The
able to get it.
Veloster was the last one for Hyundai.
Yeah. For Kia, you could get it in the Forte, so either the base model trim or the full GT, or you could get it in the Rio as the base model, but not anymore.
Did the Stinger at all come in?
No.
Stick? Oh.
8-speed automatic only. Let's see. Does Kia or Hyundai PPF all their new cars? So they do not come PPF from factory. However, a lot of our customers tend to go with it as a product after.
Yeah.
So especially if you really love your car or you do a lot of highway driving, I absolutely recommend PPF because stone chips are not fun to deal with. Definitely not fun. Wooden Heads Restaurant in Kingston. I was there last time I went. Coconut shrimp. Mwah, delicious. Okay, how tall is Mike? I think you answered that.
Yeah. Let's call it 5'9".
What happened to the Borrego? So I would like to say the Telluride is the replacement for the Borrego. So that's our big SUV now with all-wheel drive.
Hey Mike, I watched one of your videos where you mentioned you're half Filipino. No, I don't know how to speak Tagalog. I'm half Egyptian, so I more can speak a little bit of Arabic on that side.
Ronak asked if Gabi balls.
Does Gabi ball? Ball is life.
Ball is...
Of course.
So, no, I do not ball. We were talking about this. I'm like, I don't play sports. Let's see. Gabi, corny joke. Ketchup, mustard, garlic sauce, the Venue. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
MG, the glove box. You know that's my thing. I'm just waiting for, some glove box company to call me and tell me, hey, we want you to be our official spokesperson.
For the glove box. I don't even know what I would be the official spokesperson for.
A lot. A lot more than the glove box.
I just love to speak. Did you see the 2024 Mustang? I did, and although I'm not a Mustang fan, I'm sorry, I thought it's wicked. It looks amazing. Don't let my dad hear that I'm not a Mustang fan.
We don't sell the Genesis lineup here. I mean, if we have a used one, yes, but Genesis is it's branched off its own separate brand, kind of standalone from Hyundai.
Okay, let's see. Ball, not playing sports. Sorry to cut it off like this, but I do have customers of mine and YouTube subscribers coming to pick up their brand new Sportage. I won't show all of it because their license plate's in it, but
Here, I'll cover the plate.
there's a little bit. Yeah, Mike, go stand in front of it. Coming to pick up their Sportage in probably 5 minutes, so I have to wrap this up. Which brings me to the point, guys, like I mentioned in the beginning, we are a real dealership. We actually sell and deliver cars. I actually do have a job here other than you do, which is shocking.
Like, I clean the cars before we show them.
Yeah.
Like, so we're hands on deck here.
All hands on deck. Thanks again for watching. We hope to see you on tomorrow's live, which is the last Friday of the month, which means it's just dedicated to answering your questions live. So if you have any questions that we missed today, be sure to join us tomorrow where we can answer all of them, whether they're about cars or
What we're doing on the weekends, fun stuff like that.
Yeah. All right, so hope to see you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao for now.